everybody, and happy October, and all you Libras who are celebrating between October 1st to October the 15th. Happy birthday. So really quick information what's going to happen. I'm going to do a quick Celtic cross, which is going to be clarified with Gypsy Oracle cards, the cards that we need to clarify, and then you can actually ask your question and that I will give you an answer. So any of the three categories. So this also applies for cross watchers, because after all, you're bringing energy to this reading as well. So let's jump right in. Alright Libras, let's jump in right into your reading. So, on the bottom of the deck you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a really good background. And hello, this is Libra, Two of Swords, somebody's crossing the road. And this is kind of like a really controversial card and has lots of meanings. To me, it means making a decision between head and a heart, or choosing between the two things. And it's kind of like when you make a decision, when things kind of like get to the level that you just cannot tolerate indecision, so you're figuring out, well, it's better just to make it no matter what. On a lower level, it would be when you're at the restaurant and nothing on the menu that you like, and you just kind of like make a decision, just like, let's get over it. And obviously this is not something you would do, or the crucial things, but in any case, what you're going to do, it's going to be fun because the luck is on your side. So let's see, what else do we have here? 10 of yet another 10. Oops, another 10 over here. So 10s are just generally talking about one phase is finishing, another phase is starting. However, there is like, you're still debating with something. You're still debating if you should leave something behind you, like something for you is still a burden. You're still carrying certain things, but hey, you have to focus where you're going, because this is saying you're not going to get there if you continue like this. This is kind of really hard. And this is coupled with, so which direction do I take? This is going to be a partial success. Here we are really talking about maybe choice between old and new. And when we have kind of like this kind of choice, and again, it's kind of tough because now it's the second two that is appearing for you guys. Indecision is not really the best thing to be introduced to Libra. We know why. Then we have, oh my gosh, you have all wands. You're going to be a little fiery ball this time around, even though in 7 of Wands here, this kitty seems to be really fierce and really kind of hissing at everyone. This kitty is still in a position of power, and look at the goal is like right there. This is kind of defending your own principles. This is defending your beliefs and standing your ground. And so guys, like, I mean, you are really going through a really interesting period. And you have the 8 of Swords. So this is a nice tale about kitty being stuck in a crown, right? Tree crown. And this is kind of difficult when you're blindfolded. You kind of like feel fear. You don't know what's in front of you. You're fearing the worst. Oops. Today I have like really a visitor. Somebody's like almost like pushing me the cards out of my hand. So when this card is reversed, we are talking about this tree crown is like now on the ground. So it is really easy strategically to get out of this, basically, you know, predicament. So this is saying that finally you realize that something was not bad as it was. Maybe there were issues that were kind of self-imposed, fear or otherwise. It's generally saying, look, you have to keep going. You have to kind of like look up and above, drop the burdens, whatever it was. Maybe something felt unsurmountable, but right now you're realizing, okay, you know what, let me try to do smaller steps. Let me just do 2 things out of 10 and continue going with this and see where I land. Now, King of Pentacles that is crowning you. You guys, well, not surprised, you want to have a long-term, enjoyable, nourishing relationship. So, you know, King of Pentacles is the one who is going to give you everything that the planet can offer. And in terms of like luxury and nice dinners, suppers, this is somebody that you will really kind of get along on that level. Just beware of the stubbornness. But this person is very reliable. This person is going to basically respect his own word. So if he doesn't promise you something, then it's not going to happen. But if he kind of gives you his word or her word, this is what's the way it's going to be. And you're going to probably feel very, very lucky about it. And maybe this is going to be someone who is not going to jump at you right away, because this person is kind of like really relaxed. This person is not really jumping into life too fast. He's moving slower, but he's slow and steady. So in front of you, wow, the wish come true, but almost. You sort of have a goal. You sort of are looking in the happiness. The Nine of Cups reversed, though, it's talking like don't be self-indulgent. It's kind of like sometimes it's really easy to lose sight of, you know, where you're going, because like we are so happy. We maybe forget the other people. So do not kind of like really just think about yourself and your own needs. Because this person here is actually not a stupid person whatsoever. In fact, you might be meeting, if you haven't already, somebody really wealthy. Somebody not only who is wealthy, but somebody who would actually turn things in your favor. And you will get the assistance. And it's going to be, okay, should I go with this person? Should I not go with this person? So do not fret too much, because this person is going to be really your best kind of like cheerleader. So let's see how you're going to feel in these 2 weeks. Interesting. So this is again showing that solidity, and maybe you're again doubting yourself. See, again we have this duality here. Hierophant talks about follow me. I'm going to tell you how you have to live your life. I'm ordering you. That's when it's upright. This is like religion. This is corporation. This is boss. This is old school husband. That could be family, kind of like pushing their ways of it, right? Generally, this is not that bad. It's always good when 2 partners agree to certain things, right? Now, when this is around, this is telling me that maybe you're either rebellious, or you don't want to commit, or you want to be happy-go-lucky. You kind of want to join the moment. Maybe this person ticked you off, and something happened with this person in the past that kind of like didn't kind of like move forward. But you're also wondering if you can trust yourself on this, if he is the right choice, or she. This also could mean that maybe you're receiving a false advice, or somebody who's giving advice is going to give you a bad advice. So let's see your environment. You have the Temperance reversed. So your environment is sort of like negative. You have to really watch it, because Temperance is really very much like Libra. It's the alchemist. It's basically division. It's union between, like, I mean, spiritual and earthy. It is sort of like creating 2 very separate things working. But when it's reversed, it says that something is maybe still not ripe yet. We still have to wait for maybe a little bit longer. Maybe this is why, you know, certain things are not done from the past, because you had, oh, I did put this other 2 over here. Interesting. Because you had this, which could also mean that there is somebody who is very important to you, that is kind of trying to push you away from the path you're on. So it's going to be interesting. So look at this. as a result of that, you're kind of like stalling because you're getting Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, you can see this is not going to go super fast. This is transportation at best, kind of like hopeful transportation. When it's reversed, this is talking about some kind of challenge, right? Generally, the knights and kings and queens and pages can actually represent people in our lives, right? But they can also represent kind of like motions, right? So Knight of Pentacles is basically someone who is kind of careful when dealing with physical world, and this is kind of also resources and finances that are basically being taken into account. So at the same time, this kind of like would make sense that you guys would just like splurge this month. After all, it is like your birthday month, and I never celebrate a day. It's like the entire birthday. So why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Because here maybe you are getting boost. If you are the one taking like flavor from this King of Pentacles, then you're actually also, this is also financial world. It's kind of like, where am I going? Maybe setting planning for the next year. But at the same time, I really think this is somebody who you really want to meet, and this is like a turning a new leaf, because like it was the opening with 2 10s and 2 2s. So it is kind of like a debate between the old and the new, and it is leaving certain fears behind. So potential trajectory for you guys, and this last card always can be switched. So okay guys, let me repeat. Tarot reading is just that, it's reading. I'm telling you the cards that are coming out. You can intersect any given point and say, my free will is going to tell me that I'm just going to give up, I'm not going to fight, or I will follow these rules because this is something I believe in. I don't care if it's a wrong advice. To me, it's more important to be happy than to be right. So tarot is kind of really beautiful about it, because it's telling me here, and the Lovers card is about a choice. It came reversed. You're really worried that you're making the wrong choice, and this is what we got from the very beginning in your reading here and over here, that somebody is like washing you with something, that you're being brainwashed into something, and this is why you are maybe defensive, maybe you're fighting for what you think is right. So I see Taurus, guys. I see Temperance, but this can, I see Gemini, but this can also have flavors of Scorpio and Sagittarius. So let me confirm a few things, because you have 4 major arcanas. This is a biggie. You guys, no matter what's happening, you are going to actually really greatly resolve every single step of the way, because when you're lucky, it simply cannot go wrong. Even if you're dealt bad cards, you kind of like will always like land back on your feet, so you really shouldn't worry. So let me just get this Hierophant here. Why is this Hierophant reversed for Libras? Why is this Hierophant reversed? There is something that it's not serving you well anymore. You feel on guard, just like you feel over here, over certain things, and you are not any longer going to take things just as being basically delivered to you. Constancy always talks about rebuilding, because generally the Hierophant is connected with Taurus. With reversed Hierophant, it will be Scorpio, right? So do as I say, not do as I do, is like what the Hierophant do it this way. So it could be some kind of rebelliousness overall, but keep in mind that Soldier is never truly rebellious. So you're actually finding like a really nice diplomatic way to deal with that, because Constancy says, okay, you know what, I'm putting myself on some kind of firm ground, and this is why kind of like this is really appealing over here, that you have possibly somebody who is going to guide you like in that respect. So be also very careful, because this can be a card connected to banking, that you don't jump into, they do not rush into any huge long-term commitment, because the Temperance is saying something is not basically set here in a while, but this is an amazing period for planning. So let's see. What is that Temperance reverse? Give me this Temperance reverse for Libra. What is this all about? Okay. You guys are still maybe thinking about somebody from the past. You have sights, love, and foe. So who is your enemy? Who is your foe? This is why this is not the right time. But look, love is looming, and it could be somebody from the past. It could be somebody long distance. It could be that tear that maybe something didn't work out. Maybe it has to be redefined. It just has to be different. This also could mean that somebody is trying to attempt to steal your partner. So why is the Lovers here reversed? Some things are outlived, guys. It is a time for your new journey, and look at that. You're getting the Fortune card again. I don't know, what can I say? This entire reading just spells fortune, fortune, fortune. So Libra, enjoy it. So let me just give you the question answers. I'm going to shuffle this third deck because I have already pulled the cards for the other two. So you guys focus on your own question. And let's see. Libra, I'm going to hide this so you cannot see it if it jumps out the other way around. So Libra, from October 1st to October 15th. Libra, October 1st to October 15th. Libra, October 1st. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, Libras, what's going to be the door number 1, door number 2, door number 3? All right, so the answer number 1, you want to go forward and you want to go backward. That's that indecision that we have seen. You want to have something that you have already had. There is like certain flavor that you're craving. There is like a certain person that you're craving. And these ships here, guys, they're friendships, relationships. Somebody is maybe leaving and somebody is maybe coming back. You're kind of reassessing this. The World Reverse means you're still not ready for the next stage. Maybe you're just spending this entire month rejoicing, and this generally says, you know, like you're kind of stuck somewhere where things worked out, but just be very careful. The things have to continue. The cycles have their cycles, so hence you just cannot be stuck. So in any case, it's still really good. It looks like the focus is going to be on how do I continue getting what I loved and what I wanted to have in the past. For the door number 2, we have, whoa, the Tower. We have 4 swords, and we have the High Priestess. Now, timelines are going to be of an essence here, guys. When Tower shows up, in my experience, Tower always shows up when we do not want to learn our lesson. If you, for example, keep being stuck in a situation like this, Tower is going to shake you up and create the interesting life. Tower is always epiphany. Tower could be arguments. Maybe you just got tired of arguing. Maybe Tower goes both ways. Sometimes you have to fix things outside, and most of the times you have to fix things on the inside, how things are being rebuilt. And you'll be spending some time thinking about it and trying to figure out, okay, maybe I need to retreat. Let's see how to go about it. You're also trying to figure out intuitively why is somebody keeping a secret, or how to find out. You guys, the research has been done that we can actually tap into thoughts and minds of the other people. You just have to kind of like increase your vibrations. You have to be the best you can be, And literally, don't just look at the good things that you do, look at bad things that you do, and then judge, because this is asking of you to judge yourself. You're Libra, right? And the door number 3, wow, good kitty reversed. Somebody was a bad kitty. Enjoy it, guys. Bad kitty in this time period is quite alright. We know what we are talking about. So Libra, this is your bi-weekly. Have a good one. Love you.